Hi everybody, it is time for another daily pattern. Today's pattern is called Zero In. I like this one, another sort of organic-ish tile or tangle. This one's by Linda Brown Levin. Step number 1. Okay, you need some sort of base to anchor this on. It can be a line, it can be a straight line, it can be a wavy line, it can be another tangle. You know, if you want to put it up against another tangle that you've already put on your page, that works too. But you need something to anchor. So it doesn't show that as a step, but you do need something to anchor. It could be just the corner of your tile, it could be your string, whatever. And then you make an arch, and you do like 4 of them, sort of in a rainbow style, you know, like you're drawing a rainbow. Step 2, you do another one, but tuck. Don't start it down here. Tuck it in behind here. So start it part way up this curve. 2, 3, 4, and continue it, right? So do as many as you need to, in sort of in a ribbon fashion. Once you've got them all lined up like that, then go back in and put a big old O. That's the 0 part, right? 0 in, 0, and then an N, right? Put a big old goose egg in there, and then around that egg, fill it with a little bit of tipples. Okay? This would be a really cool tangle to make gemstones in these ends, which I have not tackled. I've not tackled gemstones, but I'm not going to do it today. I need to practice first before I do gemstones on camera, I think. Unless I do them live. Oh goodness, should I do them? You're all screaming, yes, yes, do a gemstone. I don't have a gemstone tutorial all pulled up next to me though, and I've never done one, so I'm not sure I'm ready for that. I'll do it another day. Oops, glare, sorry about the glare. So you can do it like a ribbon. You can do it vertically, horizontally. See, this one's just a couple of them down at the bottom. Your little arches, your mountains can be different sizes. I'm just going to see what I come up with. I'm not sure where I'm going with this just yet. I have to think. No, it's better when I don't think. I'm going to not think. I'm going to start with a frame, and I am going to put kind of a wavy line going this way, and that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to do my arch right here. 2, 3, 4. You know, that's not very straight. That's really wonky. Oh well. And kind of go part way up and go up, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here, I'm going to make a little bit smaller. Three and 4. Okay. I like that. So far, so good. You could stack them. You could stack them. Let's try that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go up here, and that's going to come off of the page like that. I'm going to put one a little closer here, like that. And then start it not quite there. I think I want it smaller. I got a little carried away. Then you can draw it from the inside or the outside. I'm going to do like that. And I think this one's going to go this way. I'm going to put some just lines going this way. I feel like I want something a little thicker. Do I have something a little thicker? I have an 03. One of these other pens. Let's try this Le Pen drawing pen and put a little bit of the thicker line. See if that makes any difference. That's not really that much thicker, is it? Not really. Maybe if I do two right next to each other, they'll feel thicker. Yeah. Let me just fill that in. I want a thicker line there. That's interesting. I didn't notice when I was doing my pen review, I didn't notice that this Le Pen is a little, it's a little draggy. It's not as smooth. I mean, it's fine. It's just not as smooth. I can feel the bumps in the paper more with this one. I want to just make just that one ever so slightly bolder. I don't know why I feel like that, but I feel like that needs to be ever so slightly bolder, so that's what I'm doing. Sometimes you need to just do that and make a one weighted line in your work to completely change how it reads. Just doing this outside one. Like that. I feel like okay. I know what I'm doing. I have a vision now. All right, so now let's put these zeros in. Big old goose eggs. You can draw an oval, right? Sure you can. Just drawing big old goose eggs. They're different sizes. They're just living in there like that. And now I actually feel like I want to put a different color in here. I'm feeling blue. Don't usually use different color. This is a regular micron, 01 size, but it's in blue. I'm going to do these tipples over here in blue. I'm going to go ahead and fill in between. Sometimes when you do tipple, you know, you don't fill in. And sometimes you do. I feel like filling in. Does that make sense? Let me zoom in here so you guys can see. A tipple is just the pattern name for little circles. Okay. So just fill in with little circles. Have them all connected. Just little circles. Where you have a bigger space, you can make a little bit bigger circle. They don't all have to be exactly the same size. And then in between, see, it makes a different look if you leave it open than if you fill it in between. And I'm just going to fill in between. I want that blue. Like that. Not sure why I decided that it needed color. You know me, you've watched enough of my videos. Got a couple hundred of them in the can here. I've been doing this for what, about 6 months now. So I've got 6 months worth of daily videos, and very few of them have color. And it's not because I don't like color. I do like color. But for some reason, this Tangle patterns mostly speak to me when they're in black and white. Doesn't mean that I don't love color. Paper is kind of curling. That's better. It's kind of jumping up at me, making it hard to draw. If your paper starts doing that, just bend it the other way, just slightly. Just kind of curl it between your fingers, and then make it go until it's kind of more flat. See how it kind of bumps when I touch it? That's what's I don't like. That's better. What is going on? Okay, good. notification. I custom made some t-shirts that I ordered. And they are here. Well, they're not here, but just got a confirmation that they will be printed, so that's good. So today's the last day of the month. It's going to be February tomorrow. And remember, folks, February is a short month. So it's going to like zip around and be done before we even know it. We've already got patterns planned all the way through, let's see, go back to pattern focus. Pattern focuses are all the way through February 12th already. So, you know, if you want to go on to the website, which is what? You guys should know by now. I'm just teasing. I do get that question a lot. All the resources are in the description below. Make sure you open that. Anytime you're visiting somebody's YouTube channel that does artwork, 99% of the time they will have their resources already indicated in their description box below the video. All you have to do is open it where it says see more. Yeah, do that. Open where it says see more and you will see all the information. So the links to the Facebook group and the website where I am getting my daily focus patterns are all in there. It's patterncollections.com. Pattern-collections. That's very important. Pattern-collections.com. Run by the fabulous Ina Sonnenmoser, who has uprooted her life and moved to the lovely country of Belize. I admire her guts. I do. I am not the kind of person who would probably get up and leave, be in this house forever, and that's okay with me. I love my home. Even when I do complain about the weather, because you know what? I would probably complain about the weather no matter where I lived. I'm going to put some more blue circles down here. I'm feeling tipply today. Put some big ones in there. And I think I'm going to weight one side of these. I'm not going to color the betweens on these ones, but I think I will go in and weight one side, and that will make them look a little different. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Let me just draw all this. Same like I did with here, where I weighted one line to make it stand out. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to weight one side of these little orbs. And which side am I picking? I'm just seem to be randomly picking them. Oh, I hear a blue jay out there. Well, okay, scrub jay. I I keep getting reminded, not scolded. I was going to say scolded, but it's not scolded. I keep getting reminded that we do not have blue jays here. We have scrub jays. They look like blue jays to me. But I am not a bird expert, so I know nothing. However, my husband feeds them, and he worked patiently and diligently with this family of birds that lives, well, they used to live in the tree out front until we had to take the tree out because the tree was causing damage to the driveway. But he worked diligently with this bird family, and they're still around somewhere. They just have moved to a neighbor tree, I guess, because they're still here. And he has managed to get it so that they will come down and eat out of his hand. And it is so much fun. But now I think they have trained us. First we trained them, and now I think they've trained us, because they will sit at the patio door and squawk until we get up and give them a peanut. They're hilarious. So much fun to just open the sliding door and stick your arm out and have the bird land on your hand. Okay. There we go. I like that. I think I'm done. I'm just going to shade. So this is 0 in. Zero in. And we're just going to shade that and see when I show you the pattern at the bottom. There's the website. It's on every single one of them. patterncollections.com. That's where you find the step outs, and you can go in and either start from the beginning and do every daily pattern, or you can you know, just start where we are today, or you can just kind of peruse them and see if there's one that sounds interesting to you, and you know, start there. Whatever you want to do. But since I started with the group early on, right at the beginning, I thought, you know, I think I can do this. I can do a daily pattern. At first I thought, there's no way I can keep this up and do this every single day. And then I started doing this. I did 1 or 2 of them in the group, you know, just done on Facebook. And then the group people said, oh, you should have a YouTube channel. Didn't know what I was getting myself into. But I must say, having the channel gives me the impetus. I don't want to say forces, because that's not right, because I really enjoy it. But gives me the really incentive to get up and do this regularly. As you guys know, I do record several of them in one day, and that has to do with life. And when I have a quiet moment here in the house, try really hard not to do it when somebody else is home, because then they feel like they have to sneak around, and that's just not fair to them. Okay, let's see. What else do where else do I want my shading? I think I want my shading here. my zeros to be like this. So I do draw for this. I usually draw 2 days a week, sometimes 3, but I try to get them all in the 2 days that I have. Kind of depends on my work schedule as well. If my day off falls on a day where there is no one home, I do a lot more of them. So sometimes I may sit down and do the whole week in one day, which is a lot of drawings in one day. But most of the time, I do 2 or 3. Most of the time. Not always. Sometimes I only do 1. But it does give me that opportunity to say, you know what, I need to do this. I can't just say I'm skipping the week. That's what I'm saying. Is it gives me that push to just not be lazy and to just do it. And I find that I really have better days when I do it. I do. There's something about it, about this drawing process, that just gives me that little bit of extra something in the day that keeps me going when stuff gets hard, you know, because stuff is always going to get hard. We were never, ever, ever promised a life without hardship, ever. And I know some of you know my feelings on faith, and you know, I have had friends who say, you know, how can you believe in a God that lets this, that, and the other happen? And you know what? My answer to that is God never said that shitty crap won't happen. That bad things won't happen to you. Okay? God never said that. He really didn't. What he says is he'll be with you through those bad things. Because you know what? If bad things never happened, then Jesus wouldn't have had to go through the things that he went through. I'm going to go around these little orbs. I feel like it needs to be pushed to the background a little bit. So I don't think of God as some sort of magic wand kind of thing that if I pray, my life will be magically better. Because I know better than that. Been around long enough. But what I do know is that I feel, you know that feeling that you get when you were a kid and you, like, let's say you fell off your bicycle and you scraped your knee, and it wasn't like a life-threatening serious injury, and maybe you didn't even scrape your knee. Maybe you just fell off and got scared, right? Something happened and you got scared. You weren't really injured, but you were scared. There was nothing your mom could do about what just happened. She couldn't have stopped it, even if she wanted to. She couldn't have stopped it. It was going to happen. But you ran to your mom, and she put her arms around you, and you felt safe, and you felt comforted. That's what God does for me, you know. He comforts me in those times where life is just not Not pretty. Oh, look at that. Isn't that fun? That would be good for Easter. This would be a good tangle for Easter. Are you listening? This would be a good Easter tangle. We got egg kind of shapes going on in there. Anyway, I went all philosophical on you again. I apologize. Sometimes I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. It just comes out. There's a reason for it. It just comes out. So, somebody needed that particular little tidbit. There we go. I want to wish you guys a really good day. I want to tell you that today is going to be a good day. Why? Just because. It is. It's going to be a good day. I feel it in my bones. So I want you to go out and bless somebody else so that you can make somebody else's day a good day. I will see you tomorrow. We're going to begin a new month. Oh, we're going to begin a new month. Look at this. Speaking of a new month, I'm going to zoom way out so you can see. Bought myself a package of, this was just, on my background paper, this was just a super thin, cheapo piece of construction paper. It's not even, as a matter of fact, while it's been sitting here on the table for a month, it's actually faded and turned colors. I just noticed that. If I flip that over, look how much faded that's gone. I don't know, can you see? It has gone all faded and yucky because it was just standard regular old construction paper. I went and bought myself a package of cardstock and look at all these beautiful colors. It's a rainbow of color. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It says it's a 100 pack and it has 25 colors, 4 of each. So I have plenty of colors to change a color one per month. Somebody suggested that would be a good idea and I totally agree. So I'm going to pick one of these pinks for tomorrow. And I will be back tomorrow with a new background. There's my zero in. You guys have a good day. I'm done, I think, chit-chatting. You never know. It might go on forever. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.